Some of the other questions, they're a little more difficult on that final exam. I'm going to go over as well. Which agency you initiate with your maritime investigations. That's the Coast Guard. They do all of those investigations in maritime. So make sure you remember that the Coast Guard is in charge of that. Let's see here. All right. Evidence must be relevant, material, and competent as a rule of what? That's the rules of admissibility, that's called. And there's 5 rules of evidence. The 5 rules are admissible, authentic, complete, reliable, and believable. The most effective ways for an investigator to determine facts in a case: record your interviews. Make sure you record interviews. That is the most effective way. And make sure when in court, you always tell the truth. That's the most important. No matter what happened in the investigation, you just tell the truth. Pretty much it is what it is. Whatever happens in your investigation, you do that and you'll be a great investigator. Just tell the truth. So say you're outside a courthouse. This is something you should never do. If you see one of the jury members outside, if they're on a phone, just sitting there talking, whatever they're doing, never discuss the case with them. Sometimes they'll see you and they'll try to come up to you. They'll recognize you and they'll ask questions about the case. Do not say anything to them. And in civil cases, on the test, it's going to ask you what is subject to discovery. In civil cases, your notes. Your notes is always subject to discovery. A statement made by someone other than the testifying witness is hearsay evidence. And another thing is, whenever you're addressing the judge, in any setting, you always address them by your honor. You don't say, hey, you, or Mr. John Doe, whatever his name is. You always say your honor. Now, I went over most of the questions in session 2 that I found that some students had difficulty with. The last couple of sessions that we taught this class. The questions that I went over on these are all questions you're going to see on the final exam. Most of them, or you could see. Good luck taking the final exam, and if you have any other further questions, you can email me at james.wojnar